10 most unusual people in the world whose existence is hard to believe. There are many unusual people on our planet who are either born with unique features or acquire amazing abilities after certain circumstances. Here are 10 of the most unusual people in the world. The man with the most elastic skin on Earth. No other person on the planet can pull his skin as much as Gary Turner.
This man can pull the skin on his arm by 16 centimeters. But the most interesting thing is that at 41 years old, he does not feel any pain.
The fact is that he has a rare Ehlers-Danlos syndrome which greatly weakens and stretches human skin. Due to the disease, joints and blood vessels weaken. The record holder really does have such thin skin that it can be compared to a sheet of paper. The man considered his skin unique at an early age, when he was 3 or 4 years old.
Over time, he found a plus in his disease and began to perform in the horror circus.
He even took part in the show Britain's Got Talent. The largest natural breast. Annie Hawkins Turner got into the Book of Records as the woman with the largest natural breasts on the planet.
Today, she is 55 years old, she is a mother of 2 children, and she wears a bra size 102.
Unfortunately, the record size of the breasts, which weigh 51 kilograms and have a circumference of 188 centimeters, arise because of a serious disease, gigantomastia. However, now the record holder cannot fight off fans who are attracted by her outstanding size. The tallest person. The tallest person in history is considered to be Robert Wadlow from the USA. His height was 2.72 meters, 8 feet 11 inches. Robert Wadlow was born in 1918 and began to grow unusually fast due to hyperplasia of the pituitary gland, which stimulated excessive production of growth hormone. By the time he was 6 months old, he weighed 13 kilograms, and by the time he was 1 year old, he weighed over 20 kilograms and was about 100 centimeters tall. His height put enormous strain on his joints and muscles, making it difficult for him to move. By the end of his life, he was unable to walk without custom-made braces.
By the end of his life, at age 22, he was unable to walk without custom-made braces. Despite his short life, he is remembered the tallest person in history listed in the Guinness Book of World Records.
The fattest man in the world. The fattest person in the world, according to the Guinness World Records, is considered to be John Brower Minnick from the United States, who in 1978 weighed a record 635 kilograms. He developed an extremely severe case of obesity linked to endocrine disorders. His weight became so critical that he could only move with the help of special equipment and medical staff assistance. Doctors decided to hospitalize him, but how? John could no longer move on his own, so how many people would it take to lift him? How could he be moved out of the house? How could he fit into an ambulance when he clearly wouldn't fit through the door? And where would he be placed at the hospital, given that no bed could accommodate him? There were many questions, but the medical team managed to solve them. Firefighters and rescuers were called in, and using specialized equipment, they transported John to the clinic, where he was placed on 2 reinforced hospital beds, pushed together. Interesting fact, his weight was so massive that it required a team of 13 people to move him. John's obesity led to the development of severe heart, respiratory, and endocrine conditions. He was diagnosed with heart failure, respiratory dysfunction, and body-wide edema. While in the hospital, he went on an extremely strict low-calorie diet. Under medical supervision, he managed to lose over 420 kilograms, leaving the hospital weighing 215 kilograms, one of the largest recorded weight losses in history. Amazingly, despite his obesity and immobility, Minnick managed to marry a small, slender woman who later gave birth to their 2 children. Despite the efforts of doctors, John's health suffered greatly. He died in 1983 at the age of 41 due to complications related to his condition. The hairiest woman in the world. Supatra Sasufan is indeed the hairiest woman in the world, and her records are recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records. She was born with a rare condition known as hypertrichosis, which causes excess hair growth all over her body, including her face. Supatra became famous from an early age and attracted media attention due to her unique condition. Her story has inspired many people who are dealing with physical disabilities, and she actively shares her experiences. advocating for acceptance and respect for all people, regardless of their appearance. There have been other people with hypertrichosis throughout history, but Supatra has received the most attention due to her fame and participation in various programs and exhibitions. The most flexible person in the world. Daniel Browning Smith, also known as the Rubber Boy, is considered the most flexible person in the world. He was born on October 20th, 1975 in the United States and became known for his incredible flexibility and ability to take extraordinary poses. Daniel began training in acrobatics and flexibility at a young age. His interest in flexible poses led him to a career in show business, where he became a popular performer at various events. Daniel Browning Smith remains a popular performer and continues to develop his skills, inspiring others with his flexibility and positive approach to life. Smallest person. The shortest person in the world is officially considered to be Chandra Bahadur Dangi from Nepal. He was only 54.6 centimeters, 21.5 inches tall. He was born on November 30th, 1939, and became world famous after being listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the shortest adult in history. Chandra weighed about 12 kilograms. He had a form of dwarfism known as primary dwarf syndrome, which caused extremely short stature. Chandra became world famous and made several trips, including to Europe and the United States, to talk about his life and show his uniqueness.
His story brought attention to issues surrounding dwarfism and gave other people with special needs a sense of acceptable.
Chandra Bahadur Dangi passed away on September 3, 2015, at the age of 75, but his record remains unbroken. Longest lived person, Jean Calment, was born on February 21st, 1875 in France, and lived to be 122 years and 164 days old, dying on August 4, 1878, 1997. Jeanne Calment was renowned for her longevity and pursued a variety of careers at various times in her life, including painting. In 1991, she became internationally known after her age was confirmed, leading to research into her life and health. While there have been claims of other supercentenarians who have lived to be over 130 years old, such cases have never been officially confirmed and are often questionable due to a lack of documentation. The man with giant hands. American Jeff Dabe was born in 1963 in Minnesota, and at the time of writing, he is 59 years old.
His hands have been big since early childhood and caused concern to his parents.
Doctors could not say exactly what caused this phenomenon. When Jeff was 8 years old, his father and mother took him to the Mayo Clinic, one of the largest medical centers in the world. Jeff Dabe was not found to have gigantism or elephantiasis. He's a completely healthy person who just has huge hands. His forearm circumference is 49 centimeters, which is larger than that of Soviet professional wrestler Ivan Podobny, 46 centimeters. Jeff Dabe can easily hold a basketball in his hands. In his palm, it seems like a toy. Thanks to his large hands, Jeff Dabe has become very good at arm wrestling. He began competing in high school around the 1970s. As a teenager, he was able to defeat professional arm wrestler Scott Norton. In 2018 and 2019, he won the title of North American Arm Wrestling Champion.
In addition to arm wrestling, Jeff Dabe has become especially popular through the TikTok service.
On it, he sometimes shows his workouts and videos from tournaments, but most of all, he likes to show off his life on the farm. He also modestly shows comparisons of his palms with large things. The mother with the most children. One of them is Miriam Nabatanzi from Uganda, who gave birth to 44 children by the age of 36. Her case was documented and the record was confirmed by government officials. She became famous for her large multiple births, mainly twins, triplets, and quadruplets, which is also associated with a genetic predisposition to ovulation of several eggs. Her fate can hardly be called happy. Her mother left the family, leaving Miriam, her brothers and sisters with their father. Her stepmother also did not need extra mouths to feed, and Miriam was married off when she was only 12 years old to a 40-year-old man. At 13, she gave birth for the first time, and immediately twins, then more twins, and more. Until the age of 36, the woman gave birth 15 times, 4 times, twins 5 times, triplets 5, quadruplets, and only the last time one baby was born.
It was during Miriam's last pregnancy that the father of the huge family backed up and ran away.
Now Miriam is a single mother of 38 children, 6 of whom did not survive infancy. The woman takes on any job to feed and educate such a crowd. She does hair, sews custom-made clothes, collects medicinal herbs, and prepares infusions from them. Miriam hopes that her children will be happier than she was and will be able to provide a better life for themselves.
That's all for today. Write in the comments which person impressed you the most. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to be the first to know about everything unusual. Have a great day and see you in the next video.